Game 1 is about to be underway.
Oh, that transition is so good every single time. Match 1, kickoff underway.
Here we go. Who will get off to a quick start? Will it be a slow, grindy affair? Jorius challenging Khalid. Expect that a lot throughout the different formats. Apparently Jack gave that one away, but had to clean up his own mess, up to the task. And now it's Scrub Killer with Khalid with a full tank of boost in the background. Ahmad will try and set him up. Khalid denied by Jorius. Here comes TRK, and that one's saved away by apparently Jack.
You can see everybody on Dignitas too. As soon as that first touch went out, both other players immediately backfill into the line. They know a shot can come at any moment. The speed on the side of Team Falcons, you have to respect it. At no point can you allow that net to be open. They know that, and they immediately close that gap. Jorius here will be the one to bring it out. Tries to go underneath, 50s through, catches the crossbar. Scrub Killer there in support, able to clean it up. 1-0 here to kick things off for Dignitas.
The initial save there, Ahmad doesn't expect that the follow-up's gonna come so quick. He probably expected that ball to go up in the air, so he goes for the ceiling. Scrub Killer there to play janitor right at the end, and it's Dignitas that strikes first.
Another quick shot here off the kickoff, and it's going the way of Falcons as they try to put one through. Little battle here in the corner. Ahmad going to come up against apparently Jack. Another one goes through from Khalid. Follow up from TRK. Shot high. Down the other way. Apparently Jack picks it up, and that's 2-0 now for Dignitas.
Add another one for Dig, and this is as good a start as you could ask for. With the crowd firmly on one side, Dignitas trying to silence them. 2 goals in less than 90 seconds. But we know Team Falcons can strike quickly. Ahmad to the backboard and quickly defended by apparently Jack, who's had to put in a lot of defensive effort in the first minute and a half. Ahmad beaten by Jorius, so Khalid's got to get there in the corner. He does, and so quickly to set up TRK. Back downfield come Team Falcons.
So quick on the rotations from Dignitas thus far to make sure that they've got that backboard, that line, the net just covered, because they know that the attack's coming over and over again, and then that transitional goal worked out for them on that second one. Another attack here from Team Falcons, going to be easily saved away. The follow-up shot tries to go underneath, and Scrub Killer again covers it. You can see how quick the rotation is to back post over and over. Dignitas not really trying to get overly aggressive, especially with a 2-0 lead this quickly. They know that they just need to make sure that they cover the net. That's all they got to do, maintain the lead.
This matchup, certainly a wake-up call for both these teams. They had mismatches in their first matches in the second round of the upper bracket yesterday. Falcons outscoring Gladiators 8-1 in a pair of 3v3 matchups. Dignitas going 10-2 in the 2 matchups against 0-1, including a 7-1 affair in Game 1. Here's TRK looking to get one on the board for Falcons. Scrub Killer there to meet him. Khalid's shot blocked away. Now Ahmad gonna try his luck, trying to go underneath Scrub Killer, and Jory is there in support. And Falcons still left off the scoreboard through now almost 3 minutes, as Dignitas definitely up to the challenge.
Nice little 50 there from Ahmad, just trying to find something that they can put together here. They haven't been able to break that defense. They're going to have to get a little bit more creative here. They were talking about how creative they are as a team in that interview video that we watched during the pregame show up on the desk. They are going to need a little bit of that, as this defense so far from Dignitas has been unbreakable.
There's the newest coach for Dignitas, Nick, formerly with Team Queso when they made their run at the Winter Major in Los Angeles. Now with Dig, Scrub Killer very happy with that acquisition. Oh, and there's TRK, very happy with the way being cleared by his Falcon teammates, and TRK has the Falcons on the board.
That's creative enough to get it done. You take that player off the line, if you don't leave one of them there, that's an easy shot for TRK all day. I don't care what part of the field it comes from and what the angle is, he's gonna hit that one home.
Leaves them with a minute 30 to find another to tie up Game 1. Jorius in an awkward spot. Ahmad had that go to TRK, and Jorius managed to stay with it. Now Khalid trying to serve up Ahmad. And there is apparently Jack, but Ahmad read the play well. Keeps the attack alive for Falcons coming up on the final minute of game one. Dignitas got a couple quick goals. One out of Scrub, one out of Jack. Here's O'Khalid. Nobody there in the midfield as Ahmad just a little bit late to the play. Joria's shot shut off by TRK. Scrub Killer leaves it for apparently Jack, and O'Khalid will deflect this out to the side as well. Another attack repelled by Team Falcons as they keep their comeback hopes alive. TRK managed to go underneath. Well, the ball went over. Here's O'Khalid. Tie game.
What a monster play here. This touch from TRK perfectly floated over, just enough boost to get that to the backboard. He knows Joris is below him. He can hear him coming in for that save. Decides to make one final touch to put it to the backboard to get it over the top of him. Opens up a wide net for his teammate to come in and clean that up.
It was a long uphill battle for Team Falcons, but they've persevered. Tie game now with 30 seconds left, and Dignitas left off the scoreboard for the last 3 minutes plus. Needs to go back into attack mode. It's TRK, though, who's going to have this one away from Scrub Killer. Apparently, Jack had to get up quick. There's TRK to the backboard. Jorius making sure to catch that and make sure there's no juicy rebound. Here's O'Khalid, though, weaving through. Oh, a save off the crossbar. Follow up. Oh, what a save by Jorius. Had to make a quick cat-like reflex save and did so to bring us to OT.
Immediately just grounds that one. It's like, hold on, I need 3 seconds. I got to catch my breath real quick. That one was close. They almost dropped the game there. Jorius makes an amazing recovery save there to get this to OT. And now it is down to the OT goal. Looking to see if they can get through is O'Khalid up and over the top. Great backboard read there from Scrub Killer to go ahead and bring this one out and into the other half.
This kind of matchup is what makes this sport so great. How can you not love it? Joyce, though, missed a golden opportunity to take that one away. Apparently Jack dispossessed by Ahmad, and that's a clever touch by Scrub Killer, and it had to be because there were Falcons waiting to pounce. This one sent away by Scrub Killer. Ahmad has O'Khalid in behind. O'Khalid looking for another clutch goal. What else is new? This was out of the corner. He's got TRK over there, but can't get the ball to him.
Ran out of boost, just couldn't chase that down to try and force that one through towards the net. They'll come back the other way. Ahmad will be the one to try and bring this one out. Good 50 over the top of Joris to the back wall, and not going to be able to get there before apparently Jack is able to make the save and send that one away into the corner.
Joris with apparently Jack waiting to spring downfield. Jack met by Ahmad. Now it's O'Khalid. TRK, nowhere in the picture. There he is now. Drop one down, nobody there. Ahmad just a little too late to the play. Apparently Jack has it way downfield. Dignitas get a much needed clear. They were starting to get into a little bit of trouble with Falcons maybe one good touch away from ending this overtime. Still could be. TRK dispossessed by apparently Jack, so Ahmad has to take over. Coming to the end of the second minute of overtime here, Super, and now it is white knuckle time.
Both teams do not want to drop this first match. They know how serious and how much importance is on every single win, and this first one dictates so much in this, where the losing team ends up getting to decide and which way we're going to go. If we see twos, if we see ones, when those are going to happen, you don't want to drop game one, and you can see them just trying to hold the defense down.
Thing is, I don't think anybody has a bad matchup in this particular match. So whoever gets the choice, it's just like, all right, sure, just let the chips fall where they may. As TRK is going to turn on one, just got around Scrub Killer. Apparently Jack had to sky one up, got to stay with this, and does. And that could have been awkward if anybody was charging forward for Dignitas, but they weren't. So no harm, no foul. Here's Ahmad, decoy for TRK, and apparently Jack not fooled by the play one bit. Here's O'Khalid, though, all business, and stuffed away by Scrub.
Luckily back on the other end, Team Falcons playing with that deep third. Ahmad making sure, again, always somebody is back. No open nets going to be left. Not going to let those go through, and the low 50 attempt doesn't go. O'Khalid tries to float one in, and not a chance. Joris is going to let that through. Ahmad, though, from the top, drops off the rope and pinches it in off the post.
A pretty play if I ever saw one. Ahmad coming from on high, and the crowd goes wild for Team Falcons. big support with a Game 1 dub. And now everything rests in the hands of Dignitas. They control now the rest of the series. Will we see twos now? Will we see twos later? And of course, who in which matchup? Because now we know whatever they don't pick for Game 2, we'll see, and we will see for Game 4. There's no way that this does not go 5 games.
I mean, they showed Jack first there for a second. We happen to know that, you know, Jack would like a swing at Khaled.
Absolutely.
Does that play into it? Do they attempt to see if they will send Khaled, and do they send Jack? And then who do they get if they do?
That's the weird thing about this group battles format. Both teams kind of just make their picks in the blind. It's not like you get to see what the other team is going to
do. You talk it out beforehand?
I mean, I think you go in with a strategy, but I think you default to Jorius has to take it.
Oh, I meant does the two teams, as they're standing there in the back before they do the walkout, you know they see each other before they do the walkout.
Well,
is there a conversation and be like, hey, Khaled, I want you.
Hey,
1v1, let's do this.
I wish Luminosity and G2 would have talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. We were robbed. Don't bring that up. You've offended me here, Stacks.
We will see in just a moment, A, which is the format chosen by Dignitas, and B, who will get great out there and who will take the stage for Game 2, trying to tie up the series for Dignitas. Falcons trying to go on match point. It is Khaled and TRK against the combo of Jack and Jorius. So Dignitas has chosen twos as their stronger foot, and that means we get to wait to see what might happen in a potential 4th game later on.
4th game, I'll still be hoping for that 1v1 to come. Well, I know the 1v1's coming. I'll still be hoping for the reality of the call out to exist. In my heart, I want, maybe that'll soothe the pain of us not getting the atomic match.
Right.
At least a little. It will subside the pain for the moment.
Well, Jorius has this one cleared away. A lot more space available for these, I mean, all 4 mechanical wizards to work their craft in the 2v2, but there's Khaled denied right at point blank range by Jorius. TRK just gonna take this himself and stall for time. Try to set up Khaled, who might have had an opportunity there. TRK trying to screen Jorius off the play. It didn't quite work out as Jack will pop one back out, but Dignitas having to play a lot of defense early on. Eventually they're gonna run out of boost. Jack has, but he's got some right at midfield. An important pickup as it allows him to do this, but there was just nothing there.
He definitely wanted something to come there, just could not get the shot around. Up and over Jorius. Khaled will get through the first. Apparently Jack immediately backfills though, and back into the Team Falcons half we go. Couple opportunities here on both sides to make something happen, but both teams defensively playing really strong here. This almost feels like a match 1 feeler kind of setup here as these two teams throw down. Nobody downloaded the other yet.
For those of you just joining us, this is Game 2 here on Aquadome, 2v2 chosen by Dignitas after an overtime winner from Falcons. It was Ahmad scoring the winner for the home team. This is Jorius now for apparently Jack. No play on here. So Falcons with the series advantage, trying to add to it here with an early goal, but nothing doing so far. Apparently Jack, now Jorius, still nothing towards the Falcons net. Team Falcons have just played this stifling defense. Until now, apparently Jack surprises them with a tough angle shot out of the corner.
Able to get a good touch here. You can see TRK coming through to try and get boost to cut back in, but in that transition, Khaled comes just a bit far out off of that post, gets caught with the surprise, and apparently Jack able to just pull that nose back, find that angle, and just slot it in. Dignitas lead here halfway through this 2v2 matchup. 2:25 left on the clock. Still plenty of time, a lot of game left here.
Jorius lobs one right at TRK, patiently waiting. One-on-one with apparently Jack. This time, it's Jack who comes out the better of the two. He's got this one in a good spot. Won that challenge, but Khaled there in the nick of time. No follow-up from Dig. Here goes Jack again. That doesn't angle downward. And an unfortunate break for Dignitas. They can't press their advantage. O'Khaled's shot forces Jack to keep his head on a swivel. Now TRK. After the demolition, O'Khaled will score. Tie game.
What a pass. The great setup there, too. O'Khaled comes through, gets that demo in the net, and then TRK knows it's there. O'Khaled, a little hive mind situation there, immediately stops, says, feed me the rock, puts it through. Falcons tie it up 1-1. Next kickoff going to go the way of Falcons, at least back into the other half. TRK tries to follow through, but Jory is able to find that low angle to facilitate the ball out. Apparently Jack now to the ceiling, has an opportunity, man ahead of him, trying to cause a little bit of chaos. Not able to get any touches, not able to get any bumps, knows that he has to back out.
I do like the idea, though. Nobody immediately challenged him, so bring it down to the ground. You don't have to take the shot from way downtown. You try and get a little bit closer. The Falcons knew what they were doing. Khaled and TRK, they've seen a thing or 1,000. Jorius got around TRK, and O'Khaled couldn't stop him. Jorius gives Dig the lead.
Jorius just forces his way through on his lonesome, just comes in. Past one as TRK gets the miss, and that just puts O'Khaled in the toughest of situations. So difficult to try and make a read that quickly, that close to the net. Just couldn't get it done. Dignitas back in the lead as we approach the final minute.
Neutral kickoff will end up in the hands of Dig with a 2-1 lead, trying to level the series. O'Khaled just trying to play away, but Jorius won't let him get anywhere. Now TRK, he'll try his luck and at least got the ball slightly beyond Jorius, but there's apparently Jack. He's trying to dash along the wall and it didn't quite work out for him. And now O'Khaled, TRK is nowhere in the picture. He's way, way back. As this goes right back towards the center line. Falcons needing to dig deep into the bag of tricks here with 30 seconds left. Jorius trying to maybe put it out of reach. Apparently Jack playing a little bit further back now. Dignitas may be in prevent defense mode. Problem is, a lot of times that only prevents you from winning and putting the game away as Jorius missed this ball. TRK with 13. Couldn't get by apparently Jack. O'Khaled now for TRK. That's taken away by Jorius. He's giving it away though. TRK, infield pass intercepted. No time on the clock. TRK denied at the last second. And now O'Khaled's got to keep it alive with nothing in the tank. TRK let it drop right in front of him. And Dignitas ties the series.
Looking for that last second catch to try and bring it back downfield. He wanted the boost in the ball. Sometimes that little bit of extra greed for that boost will cost you, and he just could not get that turn in time. Maybe had an opportunity to get the catch if he didn't, but then no boost. You end up in a situation with the ball on top of you. The other player's already coming barreling down the field for you. Rough situation. Dignitas do take that up. Tied here. Now back to the 3v3.
Scrub Killer looking over there like, oh, I have to get back into this? Okay, yeah, sure, I'm ready, I'm ready. 3v3 now for game 3. Of course, all the odd games in the best of 5s here, and then in the best of 7s, once we get into the playoffs, they'll all be 3v3s with, of course, 1s and 2s sprinkled in the even games. But again, best of 5 to send somebody into that top 8. The motivational speech going on right now from Nick. Meanwhile, over on the Falcons side, all business. You know, they got to kind of lick their wounds here, recover after Dignitas have tied the series. But the 3v3 did go to Team Falcons with that overtime winner from Ahmad.
Yeah, I mean, we have 3v3 coming up, and yeah, it's 3v3. I still kind of want to even look forward and just go back to talking about the 1v1s. We're going to have the 3v3. We know 3v3's here, but this is that series where these 1v1s, these 2v2s, these matchups of titans are what we're looking forward to. I almost want to just get through this and just like, can we just run 1v1s and 2v2s for the rest of the tournament when these two are playing?
Right. I would have said that for FaZe and F16.
Oh, yeah.
You know, let's just do 1s and 2s. I would be happy. It would just be our own little playground. But here we go. Jorius, early shot, easily dealt with by O'Khaled, and we're underway. Again, the format that Falcons took in game 1. See if they can repeat that and really put the pressure on Dignitas with the matchup they didn't want coming up next in game 4 with 1v1s.
That goal line save, beautiful out of Team Falcons on a toughly covered shot. TRK gonna come up over the top, and in comes O'Khaled to try and take a swing at it. Demo on the sidewall, and Opting for possession is apparently Jack. He'll have a second look and immediately sent back downfield, and 0-0 through the first 45 seconds, coming up on the first minute here of this third matchup.
One of the toughest aspects of this crew battles format that doesn't get enough attention is the role of that third player after a 2v2. You've been sitting around doing nothing. Maybe you're in free play, maybe you're watching the matchup on your buddy's monitor. How do you get back into the flow of things after having to sit out there? Because free play is certainly not game action, as Jorius gonna throw one up there for apparently Jack. See if Scrubkilla's missed a beat at all here, as Ahmad did get around him. But apparently Jack indirect for himself. Maybe another touch. Got it central, but Scrubkilla a little too far back, and Team Falcons able to address the attack.
A couple whips there in the corner. A couple whiffs there on the other side. I'm not sure if it was a whip or a intentional trying to go around the ball to try and make that infield pass on that previous attempt from the side of Falcons when Ahmad went past it. But either way, a couple of whiffs have given a couple opportunities to Dignitas, but again, nothing really going on net on either end. Both teams just kind of battling it out. We kind of get this first 2 minute feel each other out again, because we kind of got to do that as you go from 3v3 to 2v2, and you got to keep switching the brain back and forth between these modes. You've got to feel it back out again. Ahmad, good outlet pass, looking for TRK. Does he have the reset? I don't think he does. He's just going to go ahead and carry it all the way down. Jorius is there to make the save.
Great improv by TRK to get this attack going. And he's got a full tank of boost as he'll go to work here. Tight angle, double tap, bang, bang.
What a touch here from TRK. This opening, slides back, gets himself lined up, looks for it, just does a little bit of a lift there to make Jorius awkward, and the tight angle in the corner has it dead to rights. 1-0, Falcons strike first.
Halfway mark. Challenge laid down now to Dignitas. Answer that. TRK looking for more. Scrubkilla's in his way this time. Around the boards, it'll fall out to Jorius with apparently Jack waiting in behind. Almost waterfall down and well defended, well read by the Team Falcons defense. They sent two, but not in a compromising position. Coming up on the 2 minute mark now as apparently Jack looking ahead, but there's still nobody across. It's kind of that dump and chase strategy that sometimes does work out, but then you have to change plans mid-series, sometimes mid-game. Jack now will send one a little bit wide, and he'll wait for this one to come down to him. Scrubkilla's there as well to tie the game.
Right over the top here, Scrubkilla able to slot this one through. An initial great 50 there from Jack makes an easy read for Scrubkilla coming up out of the corner as that ball kind of transitions up into the ceiling and comes right down on his nose, able to place it perfectly. As you said, tie game, 1-1 here. The back and forth, threes, twos, doesn't matter. It's just a back and forth affair between these two teams.
This dream matchup that has been circled by many, many fans, especially the fans around here that you can kind of probably hear, especially during the intros in the stadium. They have been waiting for this one all day. We even heard some remarks like, why isn't this place quite full yet? Falcons are right up. And then as we were leaving at the end of that series, the fans started pouring in. They knew what time it was. It was time for this rumble, this epic matchup that has not disappointed.
I can definitely tell you that it is full in there, seeing our group chat as the match was getting started and the other casters trying to find each other in
right?
the crowd. Where are you sitting?
Yeah.
I can't find enough seats for everybody. Definitely filled in there. This is the match everybody is looking for. As it gets later in the day, it just gets fuller and fuller, more and more fans coming out to avoid the heat, only to come into a hot series here. Falcons and Dignitas, another attack from Team Falcons finds its way through. Cleanup from Ahmad.
And another potential game winner from Ahmad. 2 goals in the series. The first one, the overtime winner in game 1. Has he done it again? Oh, Ahmad chasing apparently Jack away from the play. He was threatening to cheat up on the kickoff. That's great heads-up effort from Ahmad and Falcons as a whole. Now it's TRK getting around apparently Jack, who's just having a miserable go of things here in the last 20 seconds or so. But his shot here, deflected by O'Khalid. It was a demolition that slowed things down for Dignitas. That means they're not able to throw the house quite yet at Falcons. Down inside 20 seconds. Gotta have it soon.
Fall to the corner, a demo from Scrub Killer trying to open up that defense a bit. Infield pass, apparently Jack can't get the swing. Scrub Killer tries to backfill. Everybody came forward and nobody on the side of Team Falcons is able to get a piece of it, and they're able to maintain this offensive pressure. Jory's shot, last second, it's in front of the net, knocked away, still in the air. Pushed back down the other way, TRK harassing and just pushing him off the ball. Falcons close it out in what was a very, very close OT situation.
A lot of people will look at Scrub Killer there and go, no, shoot it. Like, no, absolutely. That pass was perfect.
Yep.
Joria's shot, it was good. The defense, just a little bit better. Falcons, good enough to take a 2-1 series lead. You saw TRK take his headset off. The conversation now with O'Khaled. Who's going in the 1v1? I'm certainly not a lip reader.
I wish we had comms.
I know, right?
Wish that, I mean, even if we could get the mics, even with them taking the headset off, we could have listened. Not, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have been able to read it. Even if we could lip read, I don't know that we speak the language. It would have been difficult.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on body language either. And looking at the two, it looks like it's TRK. It looks like O'Khaled's kind of talking him up. And Jorius maybe even glancing over there. I mean, it has to be Jorius.
It has
for the 1v1 here.
It has to be. As much as we know that Jack wanted to swing at Khaled, in this situation, you have to send Jorius, right?
Yeah, and in a situation where the players kind of make that decision, it makes things even more interesting because you've got to have confident leadership. And if somebody wants that 1v1, they have to be willing maybe to step aside and maybe put the ego aside. And of course, these players all have that ability. It is TRK in a 1v1 with the glorious Jorius. Will Jorius keep Dignitas alive, or is TRK gonna bring it home for the home team? TRK dancing through. Can he get around on it? No, he can't. Jorius shut the door on him.
The creativity immediately. First swing that he has, TRK tries to do everything possible. Fakes it once, twice, throws him everything he can, tries to go low, couldn't get through, has a flip reset here. Gonna try again for the quick little touch. Tried to put it on the back shoulder near that near post. Could not get the shot on target though, and Jorius just gonna throw one at him, hoping that he could get the pop-up.
The conversations that went on between the players earlier this week with AJ claiming the top spot on the 1v1 ladder, and then TRK taking it from him, just like he took that ball away from Jorius. 1-0 to TRK.
Falcons first to strike again. TRK, the answer here is what they've sent to try and deal with Jorius. They want to end this 1 in 4. They do not want to have to go to this game 5. Jorius gonna have to immediately clap back. There's plenty of time. We know that these battles can go back and forth, see some high score lines, but so far through the first minute, only 1 goal. That one gonna be just high over the top of the crossbar. An immediate catch from Jorius, well read, right back the other way. We're tied back up, 1-1.
And adding insult to injury at the end, not only did he get the shot off, but then as TRK is trying to catch up to him, supersonic all the way, boom, there he goes. Tie game just outside the first minute.
Hey man, you called it the Rumble, and that's exactly what Jorius is doing. He's throwing a couple swings here and there when he gets the chance. TRK gonna go out and take the ball as there's no kickoff from Jorius, an interesting strategy, and TRK a little awkward here as he goes through the corner, has to end up trying to 50 that one high. And now the mind games start. Just lets it go away. He wants Jorius to touch the ball and pop it up, and Jorius is not gonna bite.
The mental gymnastics involved in one's play at this level. It is just a little bit different from even other Pro 1's matches. Two players so familiar with each other, so many matchups over the past several months. Jorius going all the way deep into the corner, but he never really had a shot there.
In these chess matches, sometimes you do things to try and condition that other player to an expectation. and I'm waiting for TRK to start changing that up. He continues to go for that fake over and over again to try and go low.
He got him this time.
He's eventually going to get it. That's not going to be needed right now, because right now he has a runaway goal on an open net.
Indirect pass off his own back wall. Jorius couldn't get a piece of it. Clever play as TRK outfoxes Jorius. And a 2-1 lead now for Falcons TRK. Now we'll see what Jorius has up his sleeve this time around. More of an orthodox kickoff. It goes neutral, but stays with Jorius. His shot sent away by TRK. Got hung up on the corner. That little blip could be costly. Only a little bit in the tank for TRK, but he made the save.
Still low on boost here, though. And the touch from Jorius. Little pad pick up there for TRK. Will give him enough to get a touch again. Boost struck out, but what a touch! That's just in!
Oh, going into the high-rent district with a high-risk, high-reward play, and TRK's gamble pays off.
It goes to the player cam, and immediately you see TRK just fist pump after. You know this matchup right here has such huge implications and just feels massive to him. Home crowd, this team up against Jorius, that's just gotta feel, you know, indescribable, because I'm never going to know what that feels like.
They tell you not to make gambles like that when you're playing ones, unless you've got that kind of skill set. A brilliant read. It's an open net. He doesn't miss these. 4-1.
Oh, I can hear the claps in the background. The crowd's got to be going nuts in here for Team Falcons. Oh, not the look right now on the side of Dignitas. Apparently, Jack does not have that giant smile that we've seen in his shots from the media day right now, as he tries to stay warm in free play, looking over occasionally to see the scoreline. Down 3 is his teammate. Make it 4. TRK strikes again.
7 goals in the series for TRK. 5 of them, of course, coming here against Jorius. And of course, that's the other side of things here, as Jack talking over to Jorius now. And a smile still across the face of Jorius, realizing inside 2 minutes, nothing is certain, nothing is secure. And as we've seen earlier this weekend, no lead is safe. It's been a constant theme here. TRK actually, I think he, because he bumped off of Jorius there, I think he's able to stay with that play and make the defensive stop. Big break there for TRK, unlucky for Jorius. He's still on the attack here. He's got to score, though, on this possession. You have to feel to at least have a realistic shot of coming back. If he gives up another goal here to TRK, I think you start thinking about game over.
Nope. Maybe.
Yeah, and about that, right down the dotted line, right between the eyes, TRK in the driver's seat.
Just waits for it. He knows at this point in this timeline, Jorius has to come to him. There's no need for TRK to do anything. He can play the counterattack game. He basically, in the driver's seat, he's dictating the pace of this match at this point without even having to do anything. He just has to wait for the attack, make the read, trying to make this the 7-1, looking for the Brazil scoreline is TRK into the corner, trying to get this touch. He waits for the first from Jorius out to the midfield. Gonna just go ahead and try and take it to the corner. An awkward miss there from Jorius is gonna open this play back up for an opportunity for TRK, but doesn't have the boost. He opts to drive off.
Oh my goodness, what a pre-jump. He actually just has the soul read. He's gonna give up a goal here, but are you kidding me?
He goes, you know what? I got a 5-goal lead. I'm gonna take a swing at it. Let's just see if I can throw my body at ball and make this 7-1. It was not the case, but man, just does not care. Just throws himself at it.
Yeah, you can. I guess you could do it with a 5-goal lead, but the door's opened a little bit here. Jorius now down 4, 40 seconds. It's got to be lightning fast attacks. Ground pinch, and TRK just shadowed him the whole way. Full boost for both. Both on a level playing field. Jorius stopped again by TRK, and maybe the celebration can start to begin here. 20 seconds left, and TRK firmly in control. Team Falcons just 14 seconds away now from getting into the top 8, but Jorius adds 1 with 11 seconds left.
He is gonna need 3 of the nastiest kickoffs of his career here to get this one done in 11 seconds. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the long shot is massive.
TRK, you couldn't win it any cleaner. And you couldn't win this series any cleaner. For Team Falcons, add
yes,
one more 7-ball corner pocket.
You can always win it a little cleaner. You can always add another one to the scoreboard, Stacks, and that's exactly what TRK is going to do. Little touch in at the end, little victory lap goal there for him.
TRK, shortest on the team, but gotta be feeling 7'3" as he prevails. Team Falcons to the top 8.